Dear shareholders, welcome to the 30th Annual General Meeting of TVS Electronics Limited through video conferencing or other audiovisual facility. Before we commence the proceedings, let us get started with the prayers.
नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करी सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तुते।
Please note that for the smooth conduct of the meeting, the members will be in the mute mode. This being the virtual AGM, the shareholders have been given two options to ask questions or express their views on the agenda items. First option, the members were given the opportunity to pre-register themselves as a speaker shareholder. 15 shareholders have registered themselves as speakers, and they will be invited to express their views or ask questions after completing the AGM agenda item. Second option, the members were given the opportunity to send their questions or queries to the email ID of the company in advance. Apart from this, the shareholders who have missed to pre-register or to send their questions or queries in advance can now ask their questions or queries through the question box available on the bottom of the screen. Click the icon Ask Questions, update your name, DPA ID or folio number, and post your questions or queries. The answers for the questions received through the question box will be posted on the website of the company within 2 working days from the date of the meeting. The members who wish to inspect any of the relevant documents referred to in the notice may send the request to the email ID of the company, investorservices@tvs-e.in, and such documents will be provided through email. The members who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting may cast their vote through e-voting platform provided by NSDL anytime during the AGM. Kindly go to the e-voting icon, select e-voting event number, which is 134089.
I think, Santosh, we lost you for a bit.
Now it's audible, Chairman.
Yeah, but I think from e-voting, we could not hear what you said after e-voting.
Okay. The members who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting may cast their vote through through e-voting platform provided by NSDL anytime during the AGM. Kindly go to the e-voting icon, select e-voting event number 134089, TVS Electronics Limited, cast your vote and submit. I would like to confirm that the requisite quorum is present. Right now, there are 42 shareholders attending this meeting. Without any further delay, I hand it over to the chairman of the company.
A very good morning to all members attending this meeting, and also my good wishes to those who are unable to attend this meeting. The requisite quorum is now present, and the meeting is therefore called to order. I welcome all our board members who are present here, Mr. K. Balakrishnan, Dr. Sumantran, Mr. Kamal Pant, Mr. Raghavan, Ms. Lalita Gopal, whom I'm able to see on the screen in that order. Welcome to this meeting. Mr. K. Balakrishnan is an independent director, and he is also the chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee of, excuse me, and also member of the Audit Committee of the board, and he's participating from Chennai. Dr. Sumantran is independent director. He's also a member of the Audit Committee, and he's also participating from Chennai. Mr. Kamal Pant, newly joined independent director, who is joined from 1st July 2025. His profile is available. You may kindly look at it. It's a very eminent profile in the explanatory statement to the AGM notice. He is chairman of the CSR committee, a member of the audit committee, and the NRC. He is also participating from Chennai. Mr. R.S. Raghavan is a non-executive, non-independent director. He's a member of the Audit Committee and the NRC, as well as the Stakeholder Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. He is also participating from Chennai. Mrs. Sri Lalita Gopal is a managing director, and a member of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee and the CSR Committee, and she is also participating from Chennai. I am also participating from Chennai. Due to unavoidable last-minute changes in her program, Mrs. Subhashri Sriram, an independent director, also the chairperson of the audit committee, was unable to join the meeting and has specifically expressed her regrets and also sought her leave of absence. In her absence, both the managing director, the CFO, as well as other members of the audit committee are indeed available to be able to answer your queries in full and proper fashion. Today, I'd also like to welcome members of the auditors who have joined us in the meeting. Ms. Hina Kausar is a partner from Guru and Jana, the statutory auditors of the committee. Welcome, Hina. Mr. P. Raju Iyer, the cost auditor of the company, is unable to join us today. Mr. V. Suresh, a senior partner from Suresh Associates, secretarial auditors of the company, is also present. And of course, Mr. Sanjeev Aditya, who's a partner from Suri and Company, who are the internal auditors of the company, are also present today. I will now proceed to deliver a brief speech. Excuse me, before the proceedings of the meeting starts. Thank you for your continued trust. It is indeed the fuel that powers us to take risks and build business beyond our current position. We have big dreams and we are in the process of trying to implement them. I do admit that the last 2 years haven't been our best years, but that is because the process of change requires patience, and sometimes it requires a little level of trying new initiatives to find the right one that will help us to scale. While the global economy is always, as it has been in the past 10 years and will continue to be very mixed, India stands as a strong beacon of light for the entire world, powered by a strong government, very, very deep administrative reforms, a policy that greatly encourages innovation. The RDI initiative is a great example of that, the Research and Development Initiative, where close to 1 lakh crore has been given by the government of India over 5 years as a 50-year interest-free loan, followed by not only grants but loans, direct equity participation, and also participation through deep tech funds of funds. These initiatives now position India to open the door for something that all our minds and hearts have been harking towards, and that is true deep tech innovation in areas like semiconductors, biomanufacturing, space, defense, and energy generation of various types. When we started TVS Electronics in the early 90s or late 80s, to be very precise, it was always about taking IT to the heart of India and also championing the cause of manufacturing in India, manufacturing for India, and more importantly, designing for India. Over time, because of the various policy changes in the country, we've had to take a different course. But now it is our strong desire to come back to the original course from which we started. Designing, manufacturing, marketing, not just in India, but in all relevant markets that will serve our shareholders and business with profitable growth. With the robust policy backing and the raising investor confidence into India, we really believe that this maturing ecosystem that we see positions TVS Electronics even better to be beneficial, to benefit and participate strongly in this shift, leveraging its brand, its legacy, and its revived domain expertise in these areas. Just as the automotive industry has become such a strong beacon of India's strength, particularly the small car exports, we do believe that the same thing is exactly the position where India is, where the auto industry was about 10 or 15 years ago in terms of the electronics industry. Every day you see newer and newer announcements of not only investments in various aspects of the electronics chain, both by global companies and Indian companies, But you also see news of innovation. The National Quantum Mission, the R&D Innovation Fund are two very good examples. With this, we envision TVS Electronics to grow on two tracks. Its traditional track of products and services, which is focused on transaction peripherals and transaction systems and transaction software for the point of sale and the point of transaction, and also as a platform of services, both in electronic manufacturing as well as design, and also in the area of customer support, where we have the opportunity to have become a leader in terms of an integrated offering of IMS, which is infrastructure management services, also O&M, break fix, and repair factories called the L4 repair capabilities, as well as e-waste management. Our focus will remain on these two tracks as the company goes forward, and adding also new product areas in our product portfolio to bring back our original strengths in power electronics. With energy becoming the focal point of the change of all humanity, it is important that we come back to the opportunity which is now at scale in many, many different areas, not just in EVs or solar, but practically in every single area. Power and power electronics would play an important role. And it is a type of business whose economics, whose business models, which kind of investments that are needed to be made in more in design and manufacturing suit us well. It will truly bring not only profitable growth, but also a synergy with the existing businesses that we have. To our non-promoter shareholders, we sincerely thank you once again for your trust, your belief in the company. We continue to work in the most professional and high integrity manner to safeguard your interests, not only by fostering transparency and being responsive to you, but also building a very, very strong TVS Electronics for Viksit Bharat. As we diversify into these new promising areas for medium and long-term growth, we are making targeted investments in infrastructure and talent, which will be the growth for the company in terms of both innovation as well as revenue lines and building new business verticals. As we make these foundational investments, we do seek your forbearance, your patience, your understanding, your continued trust in us, because we will have to conserve all our financial resources very, very exclusively for this area. As a consequence of this, the board of directors has also decided not to recommend a dividend for the current financial year. I do hope the context which I have set in my speech and in these remarks will help you to understand why this decision has been taken. As we pursue strategic growth aligned with India's natural tailwinds and emerging market opportunities, backed by our core strengths, new capabilities, new talent that is joining us, in which you will see more and more announcements of in the near future, we are confident that we can create the TVS Electronics, not just of our dreams and not just of your dreams, but also to participate in India's dream. Thank you very much. I now hand over to the Managing Director for her comments.
Thank you, Gopal, for setting the vision for our future and articulating the opportunities ahead for TVS Electronics. Good morning to our esteemed shareholders, board members, partners, and colleagues. It is, as always, a privilege to address you all and share a report on how we are translating the chairman's vision into action. Our ambition is clear: to build India's most trusted and high-quality electronics platform serving the world from India. Today, I'll focus on the steps we have taken this year to take us nearer to making that ambition a reality. To provide some economic context, the year under review was marked by persistent global headwinds, predominantly geopolitical uncertainties and supply chain disruptions. Yet, India's macroeconomic fundamentals have demonstrated exceptional resilience. From being the world's 11th largest economy in 2009, we are poised to becoming the 4th largest by the end of 2025. This is not just numerical growth, it is the result of a deep structural transformation powered by a digitally skilled, tech-adaptive workforce and forward-looking policy reforms. For TVS Electronics, This environment has reinforced the importance of diversifying our presence, not merely by entering new markets, but by strengthening core competencies and delivering integrated solutions for tomorrow's enterprises. Our commitment to the Make in India initiative continues to bear fruit through major projects executed during the year. I will start by capturing in brief some of the major performance highlights of the entity for the financial year 25. We delivered a measured growth with focus on strengthening long-term capabilities. Revenue from operations was 430 crores, which is up 17% from last year's 366 crores. The Products and Solutions division delivered 307 crores, which is up 15% year-on-year. Similarly, the Customer Support Services division delivered 123 crores, up 26% year-on-year. EBITDA was 11.5 crores, with Products and Solutions delivering a positive 17.6 crores, but CSS delivered a negative 6.1 crores. Unfortunately, this was not enough to give us a profit, and the company delivered a negative PBT of 6.35 crores. We continued to spend on CapEx, 7.27 crores. An additional 9 crores was invested in new initiatives for growth. These results reflect deliberate choices, higher depreciation and manpower costs linked to capability expansion. As the chairman noted, this is why the board has prioritized reinvestment over a dividend this year, a decision anchored in creating sustainable long-term shareholder value. I will now touch upon in more detail on the segmental performances. Products and Solutions Group. Key highlights. We inaugurated our Engineering Development Center in Bangalore to drive innovation and accelerate product development. We launched 29 new SKUs during the year, generating last year, 32 crores for the new products. Standout products include POS systems, POS terminals, and barcode printers. Touch POS systems delivered, or rather reached the 10,000 milestone mark, which is 100% growth over last year. Currency counters touched 60,000 units, capturing a 17% market share, marking a 10% increase over last year's performance. We also expanded into manufacturing and logistics sectors through AIDC, a new GTM channel that we were hitherto not present. AIDC stands for Automatic Identification and Data Capture. We have added new products for this channel as also distribution partners. We won and executed a key Department of Post project by successfully delivering 143,000 Make in India mobile printers. The printers were assembled in our Tumkuru facility in a record time. All was not growth and glory. We also faced several challenges. The retail segment, our largest contributor, showed a low single-digit growth in all major subsegments, affecting our growth plans severely. Price competition intensified due to new entrants offering low-cost products. Some customers were willing to try these low-cost products in spite of product quality risk. However, the P&S division continues to power ahead on its goal towards building a strong point of transaction platform for our customers. I now move on to the Customer Support Services segment. Our services offerings in this segment are quite a few. Field support or break-fix services, as it's popularly referred to, for IT products, IT peripherals, and payment devices. Infra-managed services for IT products. Electronic manufacturing services or EMS. Repair manufacturing or L4 services for component-level repairs. Operational and maintenance services for large solar installations. We also deliver auction services for waste disposal through the auctionindia.com platform. The key highlights were, CSS now contributes 29% of the revenue for the entity. In field support services, we handle close to 200,000 plus customers per month, covering 19,500 plus PIN codes via 700 plus authorized distribution partners and 345 walk-in centers. We provide break-fix support to top 4 IT brands in the country: Dell, HP, Asus, and Lenovo. Those who may have seen our LinkedIn posts and other social media coverages would have noticed that we recently launched IKEA, an AI-powered infrastructure managed services platform for mid to large enterprises, integrating automation and operational intelligence, providing a platform to manage IT resources efficiently with a focus on user experience. Repair engineering business delivered strong growth. ASRock for motherboard repairs, PhonePe for soundbox repairs, and Greaves Mobility for EV charger repairs are now our strong customers. Solar O&M manages 15 large plants across 7 states, totaling 1700 plus megawatts power of capacity. With a 98% SLA compliance, 99% uptime, and a zero incident safety record, I can safely say that we are on the way to becoming a most admired partner for these companies. We plan to improve operational excellence with the setup of a centralized monitoring and control center for real-time tracking, predictive analytics, and swift decision-making. Electronics Manufacturing Services, or EMS, acquired its first customers this year. With the first set of customers onboarded, we expect this business to start growing in the coming year. Once this reaches a sizable volume, we will start reporting this as a separate business segment. We have also added the following certifications this year: ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO IEC 27001, ISO 45001, and IATF 16949. These will further boost new customer acquisition. Last year, we also organized a factory visit for shareholders, a practice we will repeat every 2 years. We look forward to welcoming a larger group of well-wishers to our campus next year. Key challenges faced by us in this segment. Return on investment from EMS is taking longer than planned. We remain selective in signing new customers to ensure strategic alignment, synergy, and risk. In field services, a planned new contract did not materialize, leading to a significant revenue gap and hence a less than expected growth. In summary, under the CSS segment, strategic investments in growth areas are taking time to mature. However, we remain confident in their long-term potential. Looking ahead, for the financial year 26 and beyond, our path forward as we move forward, our focus will be on the following: scale the integrated offerings to secure larger domestic and export mandates, sharpen operational excellence for profitability while investing in innovation, remain aligned with national priorities and Make in India, positioning TVSC as a global execution hub for electronics. We remain committed to our vision and the resolve to making TVSC a leader in electronics platform. To do all the above, we need sustainability. Sustainability remains a core pillar of our philosophy, integrating environmental stewardship, social responsibility, and strong governance. Our initiatives include solar installations, water treatment systems, and responsible waste management. Equally important is our people-first culture, built on diversity, inclusion, and continuous learning, driven by a passionate workforce of over 700 employees. Without our people and their commitment, our vision would remain just that. I want to give a special shout out to our dedicated and sincere employees who are the bedrock of all that we build here at TVS. Our corporate social responsibility is a small but impactful set of initiatives targeted to benefit those who otherwise would be neglected. What I have captured till now is just a snapshot of all that is contained in our annual report. I have also tried to cover the answers to some of the questions that our esteemed shareholders had sent us in advance. Trust this has been useful. I'd like to end by saying to our shareholders, thank you for your trust and patience as we invest in building the TVSC of tomorrow. To our customers and partners, your confidence drives us to deliver more each year. To our board members, your guidance is what gives us the fuel to deliver results. To our employees, your dedication and resilience makes our ambitions possible. Thank you. Jai Hind. I now hand over back to the chairman for the remaining part of the proceedings of the AGM.
Thank you very much. We've already circulated the annual report, which includes the AGM notice, the board's report, and the financial statements for the fiscal year FY 24-25 through email, and it's also been made available in the website of the company. In addition, for shareholders who have not registered their email addresses for the company, a letter containing the web link and QR code to access the notice of the 30th annual general meeting and the annual report has been sent. The notice was published in the newspapers as stipulated by the Companies Act and the SEBI LODR. I'd like to get your permission to take the notice calling for the meeting as read, to have the unqualified auditor's report taken as read, and also the unqualified secretarial report to be taken as read. The remote e-voting was made available from 10 a.m. on 10th August of this month, and it will to 5 p.m. on the 12th of August. The members who haven't had the opportunity to cast their vote during that window may cast their vote anytime during the AGM. Let us now go through the agenda as mentioned in the AGM notice. There are 2 items of ordinary business and 3 items of special business. The first item of ordinary business is the adoption of financial statements and reports of the company as on 31st March 2025. This is to be considered as an ordinary resolution. The second is a reappointment of Mr. R.S. Raghavan, non-executive, non-independent director who retires by rotation. He has provided yeoman governance as a member of the board for a long time, and his continuation will be very valuable for both continuity as well as good governance in the board. In special business, there are 3 items, as I mentioned earlier. First is the appointment of Mr. V. Suresh and Associates, practicing company secretaries, as secretarial auditors of the company for 5 consecutive financial years. This is an ordinary resolution. Ratification of remuneration paid to Mr. P. Raju Iyer, cost auditor for the financial year. This is also an ordinary resolution. And to approve the appointment of Mr. Kamal Pant, whom we're happy to welcome as an independent director of the company for a term of 5 consecutive years with effect from 1st July. This is a special resolution. The board strongly recommends all these resolutions in the meeting. Now I request the company secretary to kindly invite the esteemed shareholders who have taken the trouble to register as speakers to ask questions and to express their views.
Thank you, Chairman. There are 15 shareholders who have registered for expressing their views or ask questions. For the smooth conduct of the AGM, we request the shareholders to restrict their questions to a maximum of 2 minutes and also to switch on their videos. The management will answer to all the questions of the speaker shareholders after addressing to the questions received in advance. I now invite the first and second speaker shareholder, as both are joining together, Mr. J. Abhishek, having DP client ID IN301 637 41359155, and Mr. P. Jaychand, who is joining along with him with DP and client ID IN3003941 8943426. Mr. Abhishek?
Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. So trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, and becoming one of the strongest brands in the respective sector. Sir, as of date, I would like to know that how many branches, outlets are we opening in the name of TVS Electronics? So why don't we have separate outlets for TVS Electronics across capital cities? I would like to know from you, sir. And what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fees? So then myself and my team running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Wells Associates in Chennai. So I would request the management to kindly enroll the firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend our services. So then the company is being categorized under the ESM stage 1 category in Bombay Stock Exchange. So, what proactive steps have been taken by the management to come out of the CSM stage in the Bombay Stock Exchange? Sir, our EPS is negative, that is minus 2.04, and P ratio is minus 199.56. Return on equity is minus 4.04. So, what proactive steps is the management taking to overcome the same? And the company was doing really good, but what happened? A sudden turnaround, and this year the company is not able to declare dividend also. But dividend is not a big deal for the investor fraternity. Our only motto is to bring the company at a higher stage and keep it on a higher level. So, what proactive steps is the management taking to conserve the reserves and bring the company to the previous level as it was performing earlier? And we have full hope, trust, and faith in the management that the company will not let the shareholders down and will maintain the profits in the coming years together. And some of my questions are sent via email also. I shall not repeat the same questions again in the interest of time. And I would also request you to kindly consider hybrid AGMs in the years to come, whereas most of the senior citizens are not able to join because of the digital challenges in this virtual platform. And if you can consider hybrid AGM, you can get the valuable points of the shareholders that will be helpful for the management to empower in the coming future. So then, you have arranged a planned visit last year, sir. We cannot join because it was being arranged in the month of September. And hence, that's the reason we also requested you via email to consider in the month of October, because it was the AGM season for the investors. We couldn't join. So kindly try to arrange a factory visit, sir, after October, November, December, as per your convenience, for the interested shareholders. And the company is doing really well. I do appreciate the management for that. Hope that the company takes all our questions in the right spirit. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Hope to see you in the hybrid AGM next year. Thank you very much, sir. Now, Mr. P. Jason will join me from the same device, sir.
Good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, Secretary and his team, and my fellow shareholders. I congratulate the management on the eve of this AGM. I and my family are proud shareholder of the esteemed company. The only grievance of the shareholder is expecting better dividend and appreciation of share price, because most of the shareholders, especially senior citizens, are dependent on this dividend. Our company has performed very well. The management is doing a wonderful job. I request the management not to take away the maximum profits into reserves. I hope the management will not let down the shareholders who have stood behind in thick and thin. I support the management and I have cast all the votes in favor. Also, please consider bonus issue, sir. If not, rights issue, or reduce the face value, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Jason and Mr. Abhishek. Now, we'll invite the next speaker shareholder, Mr. Vijay Kumar, having the DP or client ID IN 301 5167 003 1144. Mr. Vijay Kumar. Mr. Vijay Kumar, if you can just unmute yourself, we can see you are available. You are there in the list.
Hello.
Yeah, now it's audible, Mr.
Okay. Good morning to all. I have already completed some of the points, annual report page wise to the company about 1 week in advance. You may give answer to it one by one as time permits, and you may also give a written reply to my email ID so that we can save some time. If time permits, during the course of the AGM, you can give answer. Otherwise, you can mail to my email ID. That's all, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Vijayakumar. The answers for your questions will be addressed by Managing Director and CFO in the question and answer sessions. So thank you so much. So now I will invite the next shareholder, Mr. Praful Chawda, having DP client ID 1201 35000017 Mr.
हेलो
Praful.
सर, मेरी आवाज आ रही है सर?
Yes, yes, Arya sir.
चेयरमैन सर, गुड मॉर्निंग। फर्स्ट
Good
तो
morning.
टीवीएस ग्रुप की एजीएम करने का एक सबसे बड़ी मजा तो ये आती है कि स्टार्ट होता है तो भगवान को याद करके करते हैं, तो मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि जो भी शुभ काम करते हैं भगवान को याद करके करते हैं, तो इसलिए मैं बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ और ये सिस्टम कंटिन्यू चालू रखे। चेयरमैन स्पीच बहुत अच्छा रहा, तो चेयरमैन स्पीच में बहुत जानकारी मिल गई। इसमें एक मेक इन इंडिया, सही में अपनी कंपनी मेक इन इंडिया बहुत सपोर्ट करती है इंडिया गवर्नमेंट को, और बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट्स जो पहले इंपोर्ट करना पड़ता था आज अपने घर पे बना के आप दे रहे सर। ऐसा तो आपने एम्प्लॉयज 948 लिखे हैं, पर डायरेक्ट 948 एम्प्लॉयज आपके पास है, इनडायरेक्ट देखे तो कम से कम 5000 के ज्यादा पीपल कंपनी से बेनिफिट उठाते हैं, और डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर वो सब गिने तो बहुत लोगों के बेनिफिट उठाते हैं, तो बहुत अच्छा है सर। अभी वॉर चलता है, सब जगह पे वॉर चलता है, तो अपना कितना एक्सपोर्ट होता है, या अपने को कुछ जो मशीन के पार्ट्स है वो इंपोर्ट करना पड़ता है, तो कौन से पार्ट्स इंपोर्ट करना पड़ता है, कौन सी कंट्री से करना पड़ता है, जो कंट्री अपने से इंडिया से अच्छे रिलेशन है या क्या है? चाइना से कुछ इंपोर्टेड करते, चाइना किस तरह अपने से डील कर रहे सर? आने वाले कौन से प्रोडक्ट्स है जो कंपनी को बेनिफिट अच्छा देंगे और इसके मार्केट में वैल्यू ज्यादा रहेंगी? अपने प्रोडक्ट की रेंज, यानी कि लोएस्ट कौन सी रेट में आप प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हैं, लोएस्ट से लोएस्ट आपका प्रोडक्ट्स का क्या रेट है, हाईएस्ट कौन सा ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है कि इसका रेट करोड़ रुपये में भी हो सकता है, लाखों में भी हो सकता है, तो वो भी अपने बताएंगे। और सर सीएस सर, वेरी गुड सर, बहुत अच्छा काम हो रहा है, लोगों को बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, जो लोग को चाहिए उसको आप जो बेनिफिट दे रहे हैं उसके लिए मैं कंपनी को धन्यवाद देता हूँ। तो लास्ट में हमारे अभिषेक जी भी बोले कि यूनिट विजिट कराइए, तो मैं भी आपका रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप एक बार हम लोगों को स्पीकर शेल्डर को जो कंपनी को सपोर्ट करने के लिए वैल्यूबल टाइम लेके भी आपके सामने हाजिर हुए, और आपका बिजनेस आगे बढ़े, आप आगे जो लेके जा रहे इसको सपोर्ट कर रहे, तो आप भी हमारी एक स्मॉल रिक्वेस्ट पूरी करें। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, Prafulji. Thank you so much. We will address to the questions later. I now like to invite the next shareholder, Mr. Manan Patel, having DP client ID IN 1208160061372896. Mr. Manan.
Am I audible?
Yes, audible and
Thank
yes,
you.
Mr. Manan.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank you for organizing a plant visit last year. It helped in understanding company in a much better manner. I have already sent my questions and I don't want to repeat them. And some of them have been covered in MD's speech as well. However, I want to set the context of my questions. So, first of all, I want to understand, have a more detailed understanding of on the business segment, especially new initiatives like EMS on how are we looking at these segments in coming years. Secondly, despite being compliant with SEBI, I feel the company doesn't communicate enough in terms of their achievements, in terms of winning businesses or getting certifications. And we started practice of con calls. However, we have not continued that in last quarter. So would like for the company to continue this practice of doing con calls. Also, we don't have enough clarity on what kind of roadmap we want to follow in next 3 to 5 years. So while I understand you would have the clarity of where the company is going, but as minority shareholders, we are sort of groping in the dark and I'm not able to track what milestones that company has achieved versus what they want to or what they have communicated already. Secondly, we want to do a lot of things, and chairman mentioned that we are taking many initiatives and we'll figure out which ones we want to scale up. However, to from an outside perspective or from a minority shareholder perspective, we feel that there is lack of communication in terms of strategic direction that we want to follow. So we have no clue which direction the company is going in the products or services or integrated platforms, because there are lots of segments but none of them have scaled up substantially. For example, EMS, lot of companies have scaled up tremendously over last few years, versus we have just started that. It's just an example, but a lot of segments are sort of subscale and we are doing a lot of things, and it's everything seems haywire from our perspective. So it would be great if you could throw some light on that. uh, so it also shows up in lack of like the small investments that we are making. We mentioned in the annual report that we have invested around 9 crores, but for a company of our stature we would feel that it would that investments can be much bigger in newer initiatives. So this is the context, so it would be very helpful if you could answer those questions in detail. Thanks a lot and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Manan Patel. I now invite the next shareholder, Mr. Bharat Raj, having the DP client ID 120488 0000 141972. Mr. Bharat,
He is not present in the meeting, sir.
okay. So he has just disconnected. We will reach out to him later once all the other speaker shareholders are completed. So we will move on. The next speaker shareholder is Mr. Redappa, having client ID DP ID 1201 0900 176 20840.
Yeah.
Yes.
Board of directors, chairman, scrutinizers, auditors, all the board members, the company secretary. Good morning. Namaste. Vanakkam. Myself, Redappa Gunduru, attending AGM from Hyderabad. As a shareholder, I am very happy, proud about the company performance financial 25. Chairman sir, your speech is very wonderful, informative. We covered a lot of progress report in this financial year, last financial year. Thank you so much, sir. As requested to company secretary for the annual report, I received it well in advance. Thank you so much for the prompt response for the company secretary team. So I gone through the annual report, sir, from first page, last page. There is a very beautiful, colorful, and quality information is there. Pictures are speaking, numbers are speaking. Everything is fine, sir. So I'm very happy about the company performance. So thank you so much for the rewarding. Thank you so much for CSR. Here I have two questions to ask, sir. So my company has diversified the revenue streams. What percentage now comes point of service business? How does management to see growth prospects financial 26 given current market conditions? What measures are being taken to improve operating margins, especially in the production product segment? New products innovation. Are there any plans to launch new hardware or IoT-enabled products in this current financial 26? Is the company looking for expanding to the software solutions of recurring service revenue models to reduce the dependence on the hardware sale? Another question about the market competition. How is TVS Electronics positioning itself against low-cost imports from China in the TVS and printer markets? Are there any strategic partnership in the place of grow exports or target overseas markets? About another question is about the service and AMC business.
what percent of the total revenue is now from after sales service and AMC contracts? Are there any plans to expand in this service model to more Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities? Another question about the digital e-commerce channels. My company, how successful has the company's direct online sales channels financial 25 and what growth is targeted in this financial year? Sir, these are my sir. Strongly, I don't have any questions. So, giving the link, sending the reminder, everything. Smoothly conducted successfully about meeting AGM. So, coming financials, please continue busy. Voting has been done. We have faith on the board, trust on the board. Go ahead, take a private decision. My company goes, sir. And please look into dividend part releasing and coming financial under your leadership. Hopefully, we'll achieve many more higher awards under your leadership. And that's the reason I'm happy and proud shareholder. All the best. फूलों की खुशबू हवा में मिल जाती दिखती नहीं और good deeds from the good people, good efforts from the good people. Always remember, like you are doing the very good for the society and service oriented. So that's the reason I wish all the best. And also special request is, so please greet us all the speakers in the festival season for the relationships, the token of love and appreciation, the greetings in the Diwali time, festival time. Please greet us as a family member. Thank you so much. God bless you. Welcome. I'm traveling, so that's the reason some disturbance is there. Anyhow, I'm very happy, ma'am. I'm nice to see you. Happy to entire boards and happy. Sir, I pray God to give the wisdom, health, wealth, happiness, entire board member families and hardworking employees, sir, and company secretary team. They called me and given everything, madam. So anything available, everything needed, the company secretary is there for us, madam. We are every happy shareholder.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I now invite the next shareholder, Mr. Kamal Kishore, having DP client ID IN 300-239-11608345.
हेलो, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर?
यस सर, आपका आवाज आ रहा है।
ओके, थैंक यू हमारे चेयरमैन सर, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, सबको नमस्कार। आज सेकंड डे में में बात करने का मौका मिला। आपका चेयरमैन स्पीच बहुत वंडरफुल था, बहुत अच्छा लगा। शेयर प्राइस भी अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग है साहब। डिविडेंड नहीं तो नहीं, शेयर प्राइस भी बढ़ गया तो हम खुश होते हैं सदस्य। डिविडेंड तो साल में एक बार आता है। पहले कंपनी वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग होना बहुत अच्छा रहता उसका। और आगे अपना 2025 2026 रेवेन्यू कितना आ सकता है, प्रॉफिट आ सकता है, थोड़ा उसमें और क्या क्या इन्वॉल्यूशन है कुछ बिजनेस में, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए सर। और हमारे सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का टीम बहुत अच्छा है, हमारे को टाइम पे बैलेंस शीट भी मिल गया और मीटिंग के पहले कॉल करके आपका नंबर है, आपका स्पीकर है, इतना बहुत गुड सर्विस है सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का। तो संतोष जी को बधाई देता हूँ, इनका सर्विस बहुत एक्सेलेंट है। इसी तरह वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रह के सर हम कहीं भी रहे मीटिंग अटेंड कर सकते हैं, जैसा आपके डायरेक्टर कोई अब्रोड भी रहे तो मीटिंग कर सकते हैं सर। तो और आपसे तो पूरे फेस्टिवल की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और बाकी तो सब अच्छा है साहब, अपनी कंपनी वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग है। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you Kamal Kishore ji. Thank you. Yeah, I now invite the next shareholder, Mr. Anil Mehta, having DP client ID IN 300513-101-27907. Mr. Anil.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
am I
Please
audible?
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. Okay, Santosh. Good morning to all of you. This is Anil Mehta attending this meeting from my residence, Kandivali, Mumbai. Sir, we have one question that looking to the trade war and present situation with our neighbor country and also to the present repo rate, how much the growth can we expect in the current FY to 2025-26. And as far as the plant visit is concerned, we request the management to kindly keep the plant visit in the month of October onwards, because you know that there is a deadline given to the company to complete a shareholders meeting within the 30th September. And as a shareholder of the company, we should attend the company's meeting. With this, we are supporting all the resolution, and thanks to the Secretarial Department led by Mr. Santosh for their cooperation and support, and all the best for the bright future of our company. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Nandil. Thank you. I now invite the next shareholder, Mr. Rohit, having DP client ID IN 301-549 3015 8886. Mr. Rohit?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for a nice speech, both the chairman and the MD. It was very useful and informative. I have been invested for a couple of years now, and I was part of the group that saw the factory as well. And I mean, it was quite an experience to see the factory, and we were excited after that visit as well. So thank you for arranging that. I have sent a list of my questions to the secretary already. I just want to highlight a few key portions. Chairman, in your speech, you mentioned about new segments and including power electronics and such. So if you could elaborate more, that would be helpful, because it's the only forum where we can understand these questions. My second question is sort of probably a repetition of a previous speaker. For a company of our size, we seem to have a lot of segments that we are operating in, and we are adding more, right? So we are primarily in product and service business. Then we added solar maintenance last year, EMS last year, etc. So it would be helpful to understand strategically, how do you think? I mean, would it not make sense to focus on 2 or 3 areas and go really deep and become a scale in a specific segment? Like EMS, we have, I mean, global leaders, or I mean, players of global scale in India by focusing on just EMS. So how do you decide diversification versus strategically focusing on something? Your thoughts would be highly appreciated on that. I would like to echo some other participants' thoughts that I was very excited by our entry into EMS. I think we exited it long back, and we really have a right to win in that space with our brand, with our capability, with our history in that space. So why not just double down, triple down, and I mean quadruple down on the segment and really scale it up? What stops us from doing that? Because I think even your energies will be split, right? And in EMS, I think either MD or chairman said that at certain scale, we'll start reporting this segment separately. What is the scale that you're looking for where you'll start reporting it separately? And last year, we spoke about certifications that were on the anvil, which will allow us to win customers. If you could mention the certifications that we've gotten since the shareholder visit last year, the number of customers that we've gotten, are we still on track for our targets of 28, 29, 30 of 2,000, 3,000 crore revenues? So these questions would be great if we can get an answer to. And on products, I mean, that's other business. I think we have a great right to win with the government deciding certain products are strategically important, and they don't want China products to come in. So how do you see this segment, the number of SKUs further growing, etc., going forward, and what is the potential you see going forward as well? These are my broad list of questions which I want to focus on. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit. I now invite the next shareholder, Mr. Prakash Chand, having DP client ID IN 301-356 400 64545. Mr. Prakash? I can see you in the list. If you can just unmute yourself, please. Okay, so due to some technical, yeah, your video is on, Mr. Prakash. If you can just unmute yourself. आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा प्रकाश जी. If you can. Okay. Due to technical reason, he could not unmute himself, or we cannot hear him. So maybe we will hear him out later. I will now move to the next shareholder, Mr. Ramesh Shankar, having DP client ID 1204880000272670. Mr. Ramesh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good morning, Chairman and Managing Director and CFO and Santosh of the CS and team, fellow my shareholders. Very good morning to everyone and the board also. Sir, I'm Ramesh Shankar Golla, Hyderabad. I'm joining from Bangalore, sir. सर सर जो मेरा कंपनी टीवीएस इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बोले तो बहुत अच्छा सा नाम है सर दैट सर हम बहुत बट हमारा जो डायरेक्ट आउटलेट्स वो हैदराबाद में कितना है ऑल ओवर इंडिया कितना है उसके बारे में बोल दीजिए दैट इज सर हाउ मेनी एम्प्लॉइज इज वर्किंग ऑन टेम्पररी बेसिस एंड परमानेंट प्लीज बोल दीजिए सर दैट टू
Sorry, Mr. Prakash. We got your question on employee. Due to network issue, we are unable to hear you.
Yes, sir. Hello, am I here?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me?
No, Mr. Prakash, we couldn't hear you. Now we will go to the next shareholder.
sir hello hello Santosh sir
Yes, yes.
sir network issue है sir that's why
Yeah. Now we can hear you. Yes, Mr. Ramesh. Please go ahead.
one minute please thanks to you Santosh and sir why it is gone back to our EPS please tell me on that sir आने वाला जो साल का जो मेरे को जो रोड मैप बोल दीजिए एंड कैपेक्स के बारे में भी वी आर आस्किंग सर दैट टू जो हमारा जो अभिषेक एंड पी जयचंद जी जो प्लांट विजिट के लिए बोला और एक दो तीन आदमी भी प्लांट विजिट के लिए पूछा बट सर लास्ट ईयर वी लॉस्ट सर आई डोंट नो बट आई एम रेगुलरली अटेंडिंग द मीटिंग एक्चुअली वी आर मिस्ड सर दैट्स व्हाई ये साल में आप फर्स्ट वीक और सेकंड वीक ऑफ अक्टूबर रखिए सर बहुत अच्छा रहता सर वाई बिकॉज ये जो आते आते बहुत कंपनीज का बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता सर हम अटेंड करने में भी एजीएम्स के लिए दैट्स व्हाई वी आर आस्किंग एंड रिक्वेस्टिंग यू चेयरमैन सर जो चेयरमैन एंड जो एमडी का स्पीच बहुत ब्यूटीफुल एंड अच्छा सा क्लियर के साथ कंपनी के बारे में बोला बहुत अच्छा है सुनने में भी हम बहुत अच्छा पता लगा दैट टू सर मेरा जो हम कौन सा कंट्रीज को एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा उसमें रेवेन्यू कितना आ रहा फॉरेन करेंसी वो भी लिख के थोड़ा बोल दीजिए सर दैट टू हमारा जो सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट बहुत अच्छा सर बहुत अच्छा काम करता ही इज संतोष जी भी वेरी गुड पर्सन सर दैट टू हैव ए नाइस डे सर और एक बात है सर जो आने वाला फेस्टिवल्स को एंड ये हमारा जो अभी 2 दिन में हम इंडिपेंडेंस डे ग्रैंडली हम कर रहे सर दैट टू सर वो इंडिपेंडेंस डे का विशेष एंड आने वाला जो 27th को गणेश चतुर्थी है सर ये गणेश चतुर्थी के में सर जो आप हमारे को ड्राई फ्रूट्स भेजिए सर प्लीज ये अटेंडिंग शेयर होल्डर्स प्लीज सेंड मी सर That too, sir, my company is doing well, going, growth is good, but get together arrange करो सर बहुत अच्छा रहता सर.
Thank
Why?
you,
Because
Ramesh
sir
ji.
ये
Thank you for
हाँ
your.
सर सर
We
सर
appreciate your
5
sentiment.
साल से हम मिला भी नहीं सर प्लीज it's my
I understand. We
request.
take your points. Let us proceed with the next question.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
So
Chairman
much.
sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ramesh Garu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the next shareholder is Mr. Mani Sundram, having DP client ID IN 301637415 Mr. Mani.
Hello.
Yes, it's audible, Mr. You're on mute again. Can you please unmute, Mr. Mani?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Very happy to attend this meeting by means of video conference. That is a very page-to-page annual report is very good, sir. Started in 1980 something, and the page number directly come to the subject. Page number 45. We have profit and loss account. Very happy, sir. EPS is to be raised. Last year, comparing balance sheet reserves and surplus 8,014. This year 7,429. What reason it has been reserves has been gone? Earning per share within bracket 99. Last year 127. What reason, sir? Other income is very good, and we requesting for plant visit, and EBITDA is also very good, sir. Corporate governance is very good, and we appreciate our customer and the product range. Very beautiful one, sir. And we have given classified photos in the annual report. Very happy, sir. And also, we are requesting hospitality of who are attend the meeting by means of video conference. Attend the shareholder. Please consider sweet box or dry fruits. Make arrangement from DTV. Have to speak about balance sheet and accounts. Have a meeting with our executive. Can you please, when I come, please reply me, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Mani.
thank you,
Next
Mr.
year,
Mani.
please consider a hybrid meeting or physical meeting, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your point is noted. Thank you.
Thank you. With this, we have completed all the speaker shareholders' questions. Ms. Savita, Mrs. Vandana, and also, they too couldn't join this meeting. However, they have registered but couldn't join. So I now request Mr. Srilalita Gopal, Managing Director, and Mr. A.K. Velu, CFO of the company, to address the questions of the speaker shareholders, please.
Yeah. I think before they start, I think thank you to all the shareholders who participated. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions in particular. I think just to clarify three lesser points. One is, I think on the plant visit, I think your timing point is noted. I'm sure that as the MD said, every 2 years there will be an opportunity, and the next time around, make sure it happens after October, and the rains also are over. The second was basically in relation to the businesses the companies in. I mean, my understanding of the companies is to be only in two businesses. One which is services, and the other is basically the products and solutions. So the rest of it are really next level verticals. So to think of the company as either a services company only or a products company would also be inaccurate, but it is actually two businesses. So I just want to clarify that before the managing director and the CFO answer the questions.
Thank you, Gopal, for those clarifications. There were a lot of questions, and we would like to offer a detailed response to each, and we will respond to them in detail. Just a few top level observations which I would make, and after that, Velu can take care of some of the financial numbers that were asked, financial questions that were asked. First is definitely the plant visit when we will have it next time will be in October. I think that's a very valid point. It's something that slipped us. We just definitely did not register the fact that everybody is busy with other AGMs, and hence we will definitely make it in either October or November. Better time to visit. We predominantly import parts and sometimes finished goods from China, Taiwan, Korea. So as far as China is concerned, in spite of the various geopolitical issues, we've not faced any issues on the components. We're also seriously working on developing in-house technology, working with technology from other places to balance out the various very volatile situations that are happening across the world. There were questions about range of costs of our products. I think most of the products costs are available on our websites and in the e-com sites, and I would encourage our shareholders to take a look at that. As the chairman already mentioned, we do have the focus on only two businesses. One is the services, one other is the products, and we'll continue to build on that. One of the participants asked us why have we discontinued our interactions or con calls, and I don't think we have discontinued our con calls. It's just that we're spacing them out to be able to mention the various developments that are happening in the company. Too frequent and not too infrequent. We're balancing between all of them. Questions are asked about certifications, and I captured in my speech detailed certifications the company has acquired in the last year, a whole bunch of ISO certifications and also IATF certifications for the EMS unit in particular. So we will continue to focus on quality, new products. We'll continue to focus on building the services vertical deep into the IT and the payment divisions, along with the IMS platform, which is for the IT, and in some sense, the Solar and OM is also IMS. And there was an interesting request from one of the shareholders about sending greetings on maybe certain occasions. We'll definitely make that happen. With that, the direct the responses to many of the detailed questions would be very difficult to cover in such a short time. And in view of the time that we have, I will end my observations on the questions asked and request Velu to take up some of the numbers related questions that he was going to be answering. And we will post all the questions, answers definitely in our website at the earliest. And some of the shareholders will also reply to them directly. Over to you, Velu.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. And I take this opportunity to thank the shareholders for taking their time out of the busy schedule and making it to today's AGM and asking all the relevant questions. Thanks for your valuable inputs as well. I think we have multiple questions in advance as well. So we have categorized the questions and I'll be just taking you through the questions and answers. Hope it will be informative to all of you. The first question is, one of the questions is about the steps taken to improve working capital. TVS continuously monitor and control our working capital with a strong loss. That year on year, if you see, we are tightly managing our working capital on number of days basis. It remains in the range of 80 to 85 days. Our receivables are controlled very tightly. That's why you will see like we are like hardly having any track record of bad debts in our performance in the last few years. If you look at our financial reports. On the payable side, we continuously work with our vendors to improve the credit terms and introduce bill discounting and buyer's credit. All this helps us to keep our working capital under tight control. One question about the capex plan for next 2 years and what are the things we already invested. I think the last 3 years we have invested in our Tumkuru facility expansion. We have invested in EMS business. Then we have invested on the R&D and on the regular capex requirements for the company, which is in the range of almost 45 crore. So we will continue to invest on all the growth opportunities, and for the regular business requirements in the coming days, including expansion of EMS line as well. I think most of the shareholders had a question about the declaration of dividend, and our chairman also covered in his speech. I think, as mentioned, I think we would like to conserve our capital and invest in the growth areas and come back with good dividend in the coming years. There is one specific question about disinvestment in Hero investment. I guess investment in the NCD, the Housing Finance Limited, and as the NCD matured, we have got back the money. And the question about the question of what inventory has increased. Inventory has increased in line with the growth in revenue. As I mentioned, we are managing working capital, so we manage the number of days inventory as well. Question of what is right use of, which is in the it is actually legal rights, which is underlying as assets during the listing. As accounting standard, we have to capture it and it as a right to use assets. And compliance to the accounting standard, we are reflecting it in our balance sheet. And this question about what are the other current assets and liabilities, specifically related to statutory payments like DST, STPF, put credit, then the deferred revenue or accrued revenue. Items under this area and other current asset liabilities. Contingent liability, we have provided detailed in financials. No, it was all the contingent liabilities which we have as outstanding as of now. Decrease in borrowing is which we have taken plan. There is a question of payable to stock of companies. It is in negligible amount as it is a reporting requirement. We have 4,000 rupees, which has come down to just 3 rupees as of. It's a question. There is a question about brand usage fee payable per annum to the licensor. As I think, as discussed earlier, and to the shareholders through SEBI filing, the brand fee payable annually, and for the current financial year, due to insufficient profit, only 5 lakhs. But why warranty expenses and legal and consultancy charges have increased. Warranty expenses similar to like inventory, so the same analogy applies. It is all in line with the growth in business, and it is in line with the revenue growth. Legal and consultancy has expanded into new businesses, and we did some market research about growth opportunities for our existing businesses. We had hired a few content this year, so this is that is the reason for increase in legal and consultancy expenses. In the 9 done it, even employees increase. Both more or less on the same area. It's like as explained in the chairman's speech and the MD speech. I think we are focusing on growing our EMS and R&D, IMS and products and solution business. So towards all these areas, we invest in additional manpower and other sales, expanding our sales and go to and the capabilities. That is where these investments were laid out in the last year. There is a question about why there is an increase in miscellaneous expense. Miscellaneous expense increased predominantly because of the R&D and the sales promotion expenses, and partly because of the forex fluctuation related loss, which has to be accounted as per the accounting standard. Increase in depreciation and finance costs is due to the increase in capex investment in the new initiatives and the term loans which are taken to fund those growth and expansion initiatives. One specific question about what is the 95 crore of revenue from traded goods. Actually, in the part of our products and solution group, we import and sell products like currency counter, receipt printers, and barcode scanners. As per the accounting, we have to report the traded revenue. So we are reporting that as a separate line item in the financials. And now, one more question: why the margins are lower? I think it is as explained earlier, as we are investing in the growth areas. For 9 crore investment in the special areas, and including the R&D, that is investment of like 2 to 3%, which I am marking on year-on-year basis for our future growth. That is where we are seeing the margins are lower in this FY25. But with the all this growth initiatives bringing bad goods, we are sure like this will start showing results in the coming years. I think with that, I've predominantly covered all the questions which are raised in the through our written questions which we received earlier. In today's question, I think more or less it is also the same questions in the line with what I explained. Only one question is like why there is a drop in reserves. Reserves is reduced compared to last year due to the negative PAT of 3.67 crore and dividend payout made during last year. With that, I have covered most of the questions which the shareholders have raised. If there are any other specific questions, we will look into it and get back to you through email or whatever more suitable. Thanks everyone once again for your valuable time. And I now hand over the session to Chairman.
Thank you very much, Lalitha, and thank you very much, Velu, for all your comments. The members who have not cast their votes, I would encourage them to do it through the remote e-voting system. You have an opportunity to do it during the time of this meeting. You can go to the tab which says e-voting and you will be directed to the e-voting platform of NSDL. Select e-voting by typing the event number. For good order, I am repeating the event number as 134089. 134089. TVS Electronics name will appear. The e-voting platform will remain open for 15 minutes from now. So let's say up to 11:35. Mr. Karthikeyan, who is a practicing company secretary, he is appointed as the scrutinizer. The consolidated results of the e-voting and during the AGM and the original e-voting that took place will be announced in 2 working days. So today is Wednesday, so before Friday evening. The results will be shared with the stock exchanges and will be posted on the company's notice as well as on the physical notice board of the company. The AGM proceedings will also be posted on the website of the company. The answers for the questions received through the question box will also be posted on the website of the company within 2 working days, which is again Friday. Thank you very much, shareholders, for your support, for your participation, for your interest, for your questions. Look forward to seeing you again next year. After the e-voting time slot of 15 minutes, the e-voting will be closed. Thank you.